Hello guys, my name is Prakar Praveen. I am today here to present on the topic of web development, especially the front end web development. I've been doing web development since August last year when my capstone project started. The project is about creating an evaluation website for the FSC Tutoring Center. So, goals of this presentation are going to be to explain how the designs, the client side design, the one that you interact with directly of websites like Amazon, Facebook, Google, are made so nice and appealing, and just and how is it done? Second question that is going to be answered is who is responsible? The people who are responsible for creating the front end part of such websites. The third question that we're going to answer is what are the skills, techniques that are going to be used, the technologies that we use to develop front end part, and hopefully by the end you'll be much more aware about what happens and what it is, what front end is all about. So front end is the layer of the web app that the client or the user directly interacts with and can see. Eckerson wrote an article. It's called the 3-tier client server architecture, achieving scalability, performance, and efficiency in client server application. According to that, the 3 layers of any application architecture, in our case web application architecture, are top layer, middle layer, the data layer. The top layer is the presentation layer, the front end part that we can see and interact with. Middle layer is the medium between the data layer and the presentation layer. It makes the communication between the top layer and the data layer possible. Suppose you pressed a button and that button is for fetching a data about an employee, suppose, and the back end or the middle layer is going to be getting the data from that data layer and getting it to the top layer, the front end layer. The data layer is the database, and it is about data manipulation. It's the manipulation is done by the backend or the logic layer, the middle layer. Who is a front end developer? So a front end developer is anyone who does the coding and the design of user facing layer of any web app. So front end developers need HTML, CSS, JavaScript. They need HTML because that's the basic language that web apps, web pages are designed in. CSS is about styling. JavaScript is about what happens when you press some button, how objects of the HTML page interact. The next thing that we're going to talk about are the frameworks, the JavaScript frameworks like Bootstrap, Backbone, AngularJS. These make your design look good while making you work less for it. So and they also make your application or the page that you're working on independent of the platform. Libraries like jQuery, they help you encapsulate parts of code into one. Suppose you want to call one method to call multiple other methods. That thing is possible by jQuery. Ajax is the fourth thing that makes the web pages load dynamically by downloading server data, exchanging data with the server. It does that by updating the web page asynchronously. The next thing that I'm going to talk about are the technologies that I used in my project are Wireframe, an IDE. Wireframe is must, because you would want to have a solid model that follows all the requirements established. You can simulate the model, you can simulate the product, the proposed product, how it behaves, how it looks like. It's important to the developers especially to follow the requirements established very closely. The IDE, like WebStorm in my case, it makes you have all the code and the files at one place, makes it handy. The compilation and the version control are done all in the same place. That's all for today. Thank you so much.